Do you ever feel like your mind is working against you? Like it's hijacking your peace? That's exactly what I started noticing when I picked up this book, Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. And what I learned shifted everything. You wake up, and before your feet even hit the ground, there's already a story playing in your head. You're not doing enough. That'll never work. Why even try? I don't have time. Does that sound familiar? But here's the truth that no one ever teaches us. You're not your thoughts. Today, we're breaking down the 5 lies your mind keeps telling you, but more importantly, how to finally stop believing them. Not by fighting them, but by seeing them clearly, with compassion, with truth. Let's teach this clearly. A thought is just an electrical signal. It's a pattern. It's not who you are. But when we believe it, it becomes our reality. Joseph Nguyen writes, when you stop believing every thought you have, you unlock true peace. Now I want you to picture this with me. Imagine a clear bowl of water. You stir in dirt. These are your thoughts, your stress, your fear, your anxiety. And suddenly, that water is dirty. You can't see through it. You can't see the bottom. All those crazy thoughts are talking to you nonstop in your head. They just keep swirling and telling you you're not enough. You mess everything up. Everyone else has it all figured out but you. But here's the thing. You don't need to fight the water. You don't need to fix the thoughts. If you leave that bowl alone, the dirt will settle. The water clears. That's your mind. Your natural state is clarity, but most of us never give ourselves the stillness to let that dirt settle. Now let me show you how this plays out in real life. There's a chain reaction that happens every time we believe a thought, and we don't even realize it. It goes like this. A thought will lead to a belief. That belief will lead to an emotion, and that emotion leads to a behavior. Let's break it down further. The thought that you're not good enough leads to the belief that you buy into. That belief will spark up emotions like shame, fear, sadness, and discontent. Then comes the behavior. You shut down, procrastinate, lash out, or even isolate yourself. And it all started with one untrue thought. But the moment you step back, the moment you pause and see that thought without grabbing onto it, you create space. And in that space, healing begins, awareness begins, peace begins. Let's walk through 5 of the most common lies and the truth hiding underneath them. Lie number 1, you're not enough. This one goes deep. It usually starts when you're young. A comment from your mom, your dad, a teacher, a bad relationship, or a so-called friend. I remember a season where I truly believed this. I dropped out of school. I was a teen mom with 2 little kids and working in retail. I thought that's all I was ever going to be, and it was all I was ever going to do. But then something shifted. I started working in healthcare. I met people who believed in me more than I believed in myself. They helped me grow and see a whole new world out there. And eventually, I started to believe too. The truth is, your worth isn't something you earn. It's something you are. Lie number 2, you have to control everything. Control is fear disguised in a suit. It shows up as perfectionism at its best, over-planning and micromanaging. But here's what Nguyen teaches. Control is the opposite of peace. When you finally surrender to what is instead of fighting what should be, you find freedom. And this is where the pause method comes in. This method will help you break free from the automatic, often negative patterns of your mind by creating a moment of conscious awareness. You may be asking yourself, what's the pause method? Well, let's dive into it. P stands for pay attention. Notice the story your mind is telling you. Pause long enough to hear it. A stands for accept the moment. You don't have to like it, but accept it as what it is. U, unravel the thought. Ask yourself, is this helpful or is it just familiar? S, Surrender control. Let go of trying to force an outcome and just let it be. E, exhale and return. Breathe. Come back to the present moment because that's where your power lives. This method has saved me, especially when I catch myself spiraling into my thoughts. Use it. I know that you'll notice a difference in your thought patterns. Line number 3, you need to think your way out of this. We live in a culture that glorifies problem solving, but some things can't be solved with thinking. They need to be felt, loved, sat with. That's why I have my morning ritual. I make fresh loose leaf tea every morning. I listen to the water boil. I feel the warmth in my hands. And that's when I remember I don't need to think my way to peace. I just need to be here right now. Lie number 4, you're broken. You are not broken. What you are is breaking open. Big difference. For a long time, I felt ashamed of my past, the pain, the choices I made when I didn't know any better. But now I see that pain became a doorway. It grew me. It softened me. The truth is, you don't need to be fixed. You need space to remember who you really are. Lie number 5, you should be further ahead. That one used to eat me up. I was in school at 26. I didn't get my RN degree until like my 30s. I watched people younger than me finish faster and get ahead. But here's what I learned. You're not late. You're evolving. And evolving takes time. Now, I'm 43 and in the middle of a master's program. I don't think things like I'm too old or it's too late. I also try not to compare myself to others any longer. If there's something I really want to do, I'm going to do it. I don't care how old I am. The truth is, your timing is sacred. You're not behind. You're right on time for your path. So what do we actually do to stop believing every thought? 1, activation rituals. Choose one daily practice that roots you in the present. Making coffee, making tea, journal, take morning walks or even meditation. These rituals activate the observer part of you, the part that sees without judgment. Number 2, thought watching. When a thought comes, don't chase it. Don't wrestle it. Just notice it. Observe the thoughts like clouds or leaves in a stream. Pay attention. 3, is this useful? Ask yourself, is this helpful to where I want to go? Is what I'm thinking making me feel negative or positive? Write it out. Journaling is a mirror. Seeing your thoughts weakens their grip. So those are some of the tools I've learned. Simple things, small things. But they've helped me come back to myself again and again, especially when my mind is loud. And maybe that's the most important thing, not to escape your thoughts, but to remember that you're not trapped by them. Because underneath all the noise, there's stillness, there's clarity, there's you. And that's where I want to leave you today, with something deeper than tools, with the truth that lives underneath it all. There's a voice inside you that's louder than fear, louder than shame, and louder than your thoughts. But to hear it, you have to get quiet, to let that dirt settle. To a mind without the limits of thinking, anything is possible. What would your life feel like if you stopped believing every thought? What would you trust? What would you heal? What would you do? Leave your answer in the comments. Speak it out loud into the world. Let it begin now. This book isn't just something to read. It's something to live. Read Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. Then read it again, because peace isn't out there. It starts in here. If this helped you, share it. Comment, subscribe. Let's keep turning these pages together. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.